Hello and welcome to your next digital class with Ron Kustrup, and today we're going to go over altered logo designs. So basically what you're going to do is you're going to take a logo and change it in any way you want um, to make something unique. Okay, so here's just examples of logos that have then been altered in some ways to make it not how they were originally. And we're going to walk through that together. So here's just other examples. Some of these are a little more complex than you might be doing in Photopea, but basically you're getting the idea. This is just an example of logos evolution. If you look it up, different logos up online, you might get inspired. Avoid doing too many gradients right now because you're going to have issues with that in the program. Flat color tends to be easier unless you're using collage images. So again, images like these will be fairly difficult to do. Um, the one from 1993, I would say that would be an easier one to work with than the 2018 version because the more gradients and textures you have, the more difficult it may be to work with, but go for it if you want to try. Okay, here's just other examples of altered logos. So again, a logo that is out there in the world that you change and alter in some way for your own. Again, the requirements are 1 to 3 of these compositions done. Choose a famous logo, change it to your own, bring the original logo into Photopea, and then change parts to make it look however you want. And if creating just one composition, it should have a lot of details. So here's our first composition. We're going to go to File, New. This is going to be a logo 1. Okay, and I'm going to make it. Okay, so the logo I'm going to do is wide actually, so I'm going to go 11 by 8.5. The DPI is 300. Good, I'm going to hit create. I already have my image from the internet. I'm going to take that, drag it in. I'm going to make it large. And now I'm going to crop out the McDonald's logo because that's the one I want to be or no, the Adidas logo because that's the one I want to be working with. What I'm going to do is take my lasso tool. I'm going to click and drag around the Adidas logo. I'm then going to hit the mask button. I'm going to hit the move button and let's enlarge that logo by holding shift. Oh, so heads up, your internet may slow it down a bit. We're going to hold shift and make our image larger. It's having a lot of trouble here, the internet, so be aware of that. You might have internet issues. Okay, I'm going to zoom out with Control minus a lot so I can really get my image. Click and drag it. I'm going to wait for the internet to catch up. I'm going to wait, and then I'm going to let go. And waiting on the internet. Resizing might take some time. That seems about good. Go to the move tool. Move it there. Perfect. Okay, so now I can move in. It may be blurry, but that's going to be fine for the first one at least. You want to keep working through anything that you might find. All right, so I used the rectangle tool. I created a rectangle over top of the original image. So now I've got that. I'm simply going to click here, the text tool. I like creating a new layer by clicking this button above everything. And then what I'm going to do is I'm going to click the text, click in the composition, and I'm going to write Kustrup. I'm going to highlight that text. I'm going to make sure it's black. I'm going to hit OK. Play around with this drop down. Sometimes this one doesn't seem to work. Sometimes it does, sometimes it doesn't. So be aware of that. You might have issues with that. Kind of like that idea. Let's try that. Change it on up. Right. Okay. So now, say I want to make it larger. I'm going to go here. I'm going to type 140. Let's try that. That's way too small. So let's go with 220. That's still too small. I'm going to need to go with like a 300. That seems all right. I'm going to click and drag that. That's still too small. I feel like I need something a little bolder actually. So I'm going to look. This might be kind of fun. Let's see how this looks. Oh, that's interesting. So let's work with that. That's a basic idea. That'll work for my first composition. I will go to File, Export as JPEG. I hit save, show in Finder, and when I double click, I can see my image and I can save that in Schoology. Okay, that's the basic idea of the project.